we'll keep you updated on the situation as it progresses. Look, maybe one of the big factors was this. The Giro has been announced, and at the Giro announcement was Peter Sagan. Peter Sagan's been one of the most prolific Tour of California winners over the last few years. He had decided to do the Giro. That was going to conflict with the Tour of California, so obviously he wasn't going to be here this year. Did he have foreknowledge of this? Or did he kill the race itself? Maybe he killed it. So I don't know, but let's talk about the Giro. So Giro's been released, 21 days, 2, I think, rest days. The race starts in Hungary. So it starts out in Hungary. They're going to do 3 stages there, and then they move down all the way to the boot, down at the bottom to Sicily. I think stage 5, they end up going 5 or 6. They end up going up Mount Etna. We've seen that one before. It's kind of a Ventoux like. That's pretty wide open. I think that was a few years ago. We saw Geraint Thomas was going to be leading the Giro for Team Sky, and he wrecks like halfway up. I think Dumoulin went down, or Wilco Kelderman. It was kind of a nasty little wreck on the side of the road with the motorbike. I believe they ran into. Took Thomas out. There was Sky's chance to do much at the Giro, but anyway, they go up Mount Etna. They hit the Stelvio this year. They also end up in Sestriere, stage I think 20, the second to last day ends up at Sestriere. The Stelvio I think is stage 18. The Sestriere stage is interesting because they go over the Izoard. That's famous for the Tour. I mean, Sestriere has held the Tour de France finishes there. I think there's 5 summit finishes in this Giro. Let's go back to Sestriere. They've had the 9 Olympics there. It was 92? I don't know, somewhere in the Winter Olympics. Am I wrong? I could be very wrong about that. That was in France, so maybe it wasn't up there. Anyway, there's the Sestriere. There's a portion that's over in France and in Italy there. Chiapucci, maybe I'm thinking of that. Chiapucci in 92, 93, somewhere in that range, won a stage up there at the finish. And the Tour de France. So they've had stages of the Giro, they've had stages of the Tour. They go over the Izoard. It's a French climb. There's right up on that border there. Once again, they go over the Stelvio. A lot of high mountain passes. There is 10 days over 200 kilometers in this year's Giro. And then a few that are like 198, just right below it. As I mentioned in the last episode, there's no days over or at 200 kilometers in the Tour de France this year. So that's kind of an interesting dynamic. 3 time trials, 3 individual time trials. Stage opens with an individual time trial, 8.6 kilometers. Stage 14 has a 33.7 kilometer time trial, and then bookends with a time trial opening and closing. Stage 21, 16.5 kilometer. They're all kind of flattish. They have a little, the first stage has a little kick to the finish, but at 8.6 kilometers, it's not going to be a climb. The other ones, look, they're all kind of flattish. It almost looks like they're trying to lure in Tom Dumoulin. Perhaps they want him coming back to the Giro this year. I don't know what he's going to do. By the way, Sunweb seems to be kind of disintegrating from what I saw. There was another trainer that left there. The team just kind of, some big prospects should go there. It's weird. You get teams in dynamic flux here. Sunweb winning with Dumoulin in the last few years. Now he's leaving. I don't know what's going to happen with that team. Arkea Samsic is all of a sudden building up. I think they have Buhani. They have, some of the guys that came over from Movistar. This is kind of an interesting little change in how things go. Look, like we said, Peter Sagan is signed up to do the Giro this year. So we start over in Hungary, come all the way down in the bottom of Sicily, island of Sicily, finally get to the mainland. We do a bunch of climbing. We work our way all the way up till we finish. I think it finishes in Milan like you would typically have, but it is a time trial. So last day's time trial, into Milano. 16.5 kilometers, but they come right off of the Sestriere the day before. Brutal, a lot of climbing. Shall be interesting. We'll see how the weather holds up because, that's always a big deal for there.